Hi, I'm Mari. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a good day and hope that this video makes the day just a little bit better. Today we are going to be reading Reddit stories, specifically from Am I the A-Hole subreddit, where basically people like to share their funny little stories with us and we get to be the judge if they are the a-hole or not. I really love doing these kind of stories. It's so fun to just kind of watch, like, get a little inside scoop of other people's lives. So with that, let's get right into it. Am I the a-hole for punishing my son after he said something racist? Why is this our first story? Let's see. About a week ago, my 39 female family ordered Chinese food for delivery. When the delivery driver came to the door, my daughter, 16 female, was taking the cat upstairs to put in her room because he always tries to eat the food. My son, 13 male, loudly says, "Make sure to hide the cat from the Chinese guy," as I am at the door getting the food from the Chinese delivery driver. He very obviously heard what my son said and was upset by it. I quickly apologized and took the food. Bro, what the? I told my son that racist jokes were completely unacceptable and very wrong, and he refused to admit that he was in the wrong. So later that night, I forced my son to write a sincere apology to the delivery driver. His name was on the receipt, as well as write a one-page paper on Chinese culture and a one-page paper on why racism is perpetuated by racist jokes and stereotypes. Then the next day, I took him to the restaurant and had him read his apology out loud to the delivery driver, as well as give him the papers he wrote. The driver was very appreciative of the apology and thanked me for making my son do it. He then told my son about multiple instances where he had faced racist comments and attacks from people while he was a delivery driver. Wow, that's so sad. That is so sad. That night, my husband, 43 male, and I got into an argument about me making our son do this. He told me that it was embarrassing for our son to have to do the apology and that the punishment didn't fit the crime. Oh, so your husband's racist too, okay. I told him that it was much more embarrassing for the driver to have to face that kind of racism and racist stereotypes, and that our son would get over the embarrassment. I do not condone any kind of hateful thinking in my house, and the fact that my son said that embarrassed me as well. My husband told me that it was just a joke and that it wasn't that big of a deal. I feel like I might have overreacted some, but I think it's important to help my son understand how what he said, my God, the grammar on this, was wrong and hurtful. Wow. So they deemed this person as not the a-hole. It's kind of interesting. I feel like as a delivery driver, you probably deal with like all sorts of crazy stuff. Like, I don't know, like think about it. I guess like what the kid said isn't like illegal or criminal based, but it is kind of stupid. To me, it sounds like the kid just says what dumb kids say. Like, only a child would say something like that, in my opinion. But I do think teaching the kid, like, hey, just so you know, like, this kind of stuff is not cool to say. Like, I don't blame the mom for wanting to do a punishment like that. Kid's just being a kid, yeah. By the way, the stereotype is that they ate dogs, not cats. Also, he didn't even get the stereotype right. Oh, dang. That's why she made him write about Chinese culture, so that way he understood what the correct stereotype was. That's kind of up. No, I was kidding. Yeah, the kid probably isn't even racist, trying to be edgy and funny, but you shouldn't joke like that around strangers. Dude, some people get shot for like less. Like, be careful what you say around strangers, man. They don't mess around. Let me actually see what the comments said. Not the a-hole sounds like your husband could use the lesson too. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Like, I first thought after hearing the dad's reaction, guess why the son thinks it's okay. Yeah, no, that part I will say I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I feel like when like sometimes people say some unhinged stuff, and if they don't get the reaction that they were hoping for, they say, oh, well, it was just a joke, so you being offended is like your problem. All right, here is the next one. Oh, this one's kind of an older one, huh? Am I the a-hole for dropping our dinner on the ground and walking out when my boyfriend asked me, what's for dinner tonight, bitch? There's no way that's real. Wait, what? Wow, okay. So what's for dinner tonight? What's for dinner tonight? I got some leftover chicken that I can heat up in the microwave. You call me a B, you get the P in your French fries. Evan told me you don't season your chicken. No, I'll have you know, I season it with love and then I overcook it. So I was over my boyfriend's apartment this weekend and I was cooking dinner because he was studying for exams. I made pasta and a chunky sauce with meatballs and veggies. I told him dinner was ready and he goes, what's for dinner tonight, bet? With like a lot of emphasis on the last word. Was he drunk? Like, what the hell? I was fed up. I've had a pretty rough day with work and I've had some awfully bad associations with that word being used by other people in my life who are pretty abusive. So I was irritated that I dropped
I was so irritated that I dropped the pot of pasta sauce I'd been carrying right on the ground and was like, well, nothing's for dinner tonight now, and I better not hear you using that word again. It's for the girls. Wait, what do you mean it's for the girls? Oh, kind of like a batch. Wait. Okay, hold on. I was about to say like, oh, maybe he's just trying to be playful, like, you know, if it's for the girls, being like batch kind of thing. But this next sentence has me thinking, no. He was freaking out about how sauce just landed on his rug, and he even said, you're seriously acting like a bitch right now. I don't know what else to call it. Bro, this is how you end up single. Or I just walked out and got takeout for myself and went to my friend's house. She thought it was funny, but my boyfriend was furious. He kept texting and calling and sending me voice memos, trying to explain that saying, what's for dinner tonight was a TikTok trend, and that he was just quoting something as a joke to put on TikTok. No. If you wanted it to be a joke on TikTok, you should have just followed up with that. Been like, oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. Like, this was like a thing on TikTok. Not this whole, well, now you're being a so I don't know what else to call it. Nah. You dug yourself a grave. Now fucking lay in it with your... I thought that was the excuse ever. It doesn't matter if he saw it as a joke or stole the joke. It was still disrespectful, but it didn't change the fact that he thought that it was funny to demean me when I was trying to do him a favor. Like, hell, I came over when he was studying to make a home-cooked dinner and he decides it's time for jokes. So I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for the night and split a bottle of wine with my friend and her roommate. Okay. I feel like this one's kind of messy, actually. Ooh, because like if you think about it, okay, so like you want to make somebody like food because they're studying for the exams. That's like a very nice thing. And they're trying to say that they're doing like jokes. I don't know. Ooh, I can kind of see from both sides. I still think him being like, well, now you are being a bit like, I do think that's kind of, The next morning, he was sending me angry texts demanding I clean his rug because he was too busy with exams to do it. I was shocked he left it overnight. That's disgusting. I texted him back saying, bro left it overnight? What? Why would you leave pasta sauce on the floor? Dude, that's gross. Yeah, so that's the tax, honey. Leave me alone until you're ready to handle your own cooking and cleaning because this isn't anymore. Also, it's vile you left that soaking in all night. He called me and told me that he was okay with doing his own household work, but I did throw a full pot of sauce at the ground, so that's on me to clean up. Ooh. I told him, yeah, no, I'm not comfortable doing chores for you if you see me like you're... He told me he didn't, and it was just a trend, and I got pissed off. He was playing that TikTok trend bullshit. BS excuse again. And I told him, well, I'm starting a trend called saucing, where it's a little joke people throw pasta sauce around. You can't be mad because it's just a little trend, a little jokey joke, just a little prank, bro. Just she hit him with that's just a little prank, bro. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Dude, leaving it soak on the rug, it makes it way worse to clean. She just Uno reverse called on him. He got really pissed off and hung up on me, and now I'm seriously wondering if this dumb TikTok joke is gonna be the end of things between us. Am I the a-hole for how I reacted when my boyfriend asked me, what's for dinner tonight, bitch? Edit to address a comment I've gotten a lot, and I don't have time to reply every time. But did you tell him not to call you a bitch? Like, how would he know otherwise? Honestly, if someone has gotten to the age of 30 and not realized that women as a whole do not like having demeaning slurs used against them, they're beyond my help. This isn't something that needs to be told. I shouldn't have to go through life like, hey man, just in case you were thinking I might like demeaning slurs against my gender used on me, I actually don't, smiley face. And if you were about to comment something like that, let me just tell you in no uncertain terms, women do not like being called by men. Do not call women. If you needed to be told that this is unkind, consider yourself officially told. Now you have no excuse to not understand. Whew. Oh man, that was insane. Wow. Okay, so Reddit said that this person was not the a-hole. I'm kind of split on this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm a little split because, okay, sure, you shouldn't have to tell your significant other not to call you a I get that. But like, OP's boyfriend was studying for an exam, right? So OP's boyfriend is probably really stressed out and whatever. And I guess it also kind of depends on the tone. Because if he's like, what's for dinner, bitch? Then okay. But if he's like, what's for dinner, bitch? You know what I mean? Like the whole like, what was it, Keel? Those comedians where they're like, when they're just like, bitch, you know what I mean? They're kind of like sounding it be of a joke. I feel like there's like a lot of like lack of communication going on here. This is like, I really think it just depends on the tone. I'm kind of 50-50 on this. I feel like she overreacted. I'm not gonna lie. You had me at, you had me. I do think this is really funny with the whole tax. I think that is hilarious. I also think it's kind of crazy that he let the sauce just soak on that rug. Like, bro, it's just a prank, bro. Wow. I feel like she kind of overreacted a little bit in this, but I will say, like, don't call your girlfriend a like, whatever. Like, I get it. I do see from both sides, but I feel like she overreacted a little bit. Personally, I feel like everyone's an a-hole in this, in my opinion. But what do I know? Reddit said otherwise. Wow, look at the comments. We have to shut this one down to the amount of uncivil comments. Ooh, dude, that's how you know people were really split on this. Ooh, we're splitting hairs on that one. That's crazy. It's just a prank, bro. Come on. I think she's 100% right. The dude put a TikTok trend over his relationship's boundaries. That is a fair point too. Everything is red. How can I see any flags? Oh, yeah. Sounds like OP was definitely seeing red. When I first read this, I kind of thought OP overreacted. So I tried to think about how I would feel in her situation. And I realized I honestly have no idea. My husband and I tease each other all the time, but we also have a very clearly unspoken line that we don't cross, and it comes somewhere before calling each other names like this. I was completely wrong when I thought OP overreacted. She has the right to be respected by her boyfriend, and he's clearly failing to do so. I don't know. I feel like if it was my boyfriend, he could call me and he could call me all those kind of words, and I'd be like, okay, remember, you gotta sleep next to me tonight, so you better just keep that in mind. Mari will remember this. That's kind of like my line of logic, so I kind of feel like she overreacted. Look, I get it. People have their boundaries, totally. But girl, if you got boundaries like that, you should probably talk about those boundaries. Just saying, I think you do your relationship a disservice by not communicating these boundaries. Anyways, we can read the next one. Am I the a-hole for telling my mom she said an unwanted guest? Oh, here we go. Shut up, you're an unwanted guest, Mom. Bro, that's insane. My wife has had a stressful time at work and was looking forward to a vacation in her grandparents' cabin. She brought a few books she wanted to read, and I brought my fishing rod. Okay, basic, okay. She had no plans to entertain. My dad stopped by to go fishing. It was supposed to be just my dad stopping by for the day, but somehow my mom inserted herself, and I was shocked to see her. Okay. My wife had no plans to entertain her. I told my mom that. My mom bought stuff for lunch and dinner and tried to engage my wife into making dinner for us all, and my wife said no. She's relaxing and reading. If my mom wanted to cook, that's my mom's prerogative. Okay. My dad and I got back late at the table, and at the table, my mom started to complain how she did this all herself. I looked at my wife, who just took her plate and ate in her room. My mom started to complain to me about it, and I told my mom she technically wasn't invited, and my wife had no expectations to entertain her in my wife's cabin while my wife is on vacation. My mom started saying, well, she wouldn't have came if she knew that. I told my mom, next time, take the hint. If you aren't invited, don't come. Wow. That's kind of rough. My parents left after dinner. My mom complained that my wife should have tried to be a gracious hostess, and I said maybe my mom should try not being an unwanted guest. Ooh. Bro, that's f***ed up. Mari, you're an unwanted guest. First of all, this is my stream. What do you mean? I'll have you know that not only am I unwanted, but I'm the only thing you have at this moment. And not only that, but I'm going to stick my tongue at you now, and I'm going to lick you. And you're going to take it! Please don't call AITA. What's for dinner tonight? My tongue. What do the comments say? Congrats to your wife for actually prioritizing her wants and not succumbing to the pressure to entertain and host. My mom thinks reading is boring, so she thought she was doing my wife a favor. My mom has never got it through her head that some people read for fun. I actually also like to read for fun. Unironically, I do enjoy reading for fun. It's something I used to like relax. But like, why do they deem this person as an a-hole? I don't understand. Like, the wife had a stressful time at work. They're trying to take a vacation. It seems like the mom is being overbearing. Why did they say this person was the a-hole? Does your mother understand overstepping the bounds of a relationship? Not invited is not invited. Your wife by right should have asked them to leave, but she was gracious enough not to. She gets credit for that. Your parents both owe her an apology and a big reminder that they might be your parents, but doesn't excuse the entitled behavior. Did Reddit have a brain fart when voting for this? Because it seems like the comments are on OP's side here. Like, literally, it seems like, wait, oh, here we go. Mate, you're the a-hole. Your first paragraph tells you you're the a-hole. Your wife has had a stressful time at work. The trip to the cabin is an escape for her. No finger lifting, no hosting. So what do? You invite your dad. Knowing from past experience, your mom would likely jump in because, as you say, she does this all the time. Oh, I didn't think about it like that. And then you leave the two of them to it because you and your dad are gone fishing. Bet you two had a great time. And then you come back to find your wife has been made to feel uncomfortable and restricted in her own family's place. Again, knowing that your mom invites herself and behaves this way all the time. Drama ensues. How restful for your wife. You blame your mom for all this, get a few digs in. Dude, wipe the dirt and denial off that mirror. That's you staring back at yourself. You're to blame. Oh, Gordy's goodies. You spat. You spat right in that man's face and he deserved it. This is it right here. This is it right here. Best reply here. OP should have considered what would unfold when his mom showed up and reconsidered going fishing and getting back late. Poor OP hasn't realized that he's the reason his wife is most angry with. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Damn. Dude, I'm with OP. Clearly, I'm an idiot. I'm a baka. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Spit on that man. Spit on him. Spit on that man. That's crazy. So Redditors doing their Reddit thing are saying he's the a-hole because he left his wife knowing she was stressed out and looking forward to this vacation that was at her grandparents' cabin and invited his dad to go fishing with them because, I don't know, fishing. And then he left his wife being stuck with his mom. Bro, if my mom showed up and was like this, I would have been like, you know what, guys, maybe you shouldn't come here at all. And then just let the wife go out somewhere and then I deal with the mom. Dude, I get it now. He is the a-hole. Spit on him. Bro, that's crazy. What's your obsession with spit today? Watch the new video I uploaded and you'll understand why. Some men deserve to be spat on. What do you guys think? With that new context, do you think the a-hole was rightfully deserved?
Well, those were quite some interesting stories. Let me know down in the comments down below how you felt about them and any thoughts or opinions, and as well as any other subreddits you may want me to read in the future. If you like this kind of content, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more Mariume content, and use code MARI to get 10% off on your gamer subs. That really helps support this channel. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again next time, and remember, everything reminds you of something.